kind of earlier in my mission, we were like contacting a house, and for some reason I thought this lady said that we're Jehovah's Witnesses here, and I said, oh yes, and started talking more, but then my companion's like, no, 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 because I guess what she had said is, are you guys Jehovah's Witnesses? So it was kind of silly that I think there are lots of Jehovah's Witnesses that kind of teach in Panama, so it's easy to get mixed up with all the different religions, and even other churches probably will be teaching. But it's fun interacting with people from other faiths and kind of learn what you can from them, and kind of having respect for what they're doing, what they stand for. One time we kind of attracted into an older lady in one of my areas, and we had a decent first visit. She was a member of another faith and seemed to be pretty strong in her church, I guess initially when we were visiting with her. We set up return appointments, and I guess like over a couple times, to me it didn't seem like we're getting very far, I guess, with teaching her. But we decided we're going to invite her to be baptized, because that's what you do as a missionary. And she actually said yes, and I was a little surprised because she, I don't know, kind of didn't seem like she would have at that time. But it turns out later we found out that she actually had, her daughter was a member of the church, and her family, her daughter's family, and I guess kind of put a good word with like, hey, you should listen to these missionaries and give it good thought and honestly pray about what they're teaching about. And I think that was a great influence and kind of taught me a lesson, that the importance of family and involving others in missionary work. So we actually, when we were getting ready for her baptism, we actually got to have the her son-in-law baptize her, and it was a great family experience. And cool follow-up story behind that. The reason I share this is I got to visit Panama with my family later, and got to visit that ward and actually visit the lady. And this is one of those moments where you're like, I'm really glad that I was a missionary and got to touch these people's lives in the little ways I could. And she said that I was her little angel. And she said, I didn't want to join the church at first, but this guy convinced me. So I wouldn't say I really convinced her, but it was definitely her family influence in the spirit. But it was a happy moment to be with her, with my parents, when I got a visit back in Panama. And you're going to have awesome opportunities to visit and meet people and form those meaningful friendships and bonds. And people remember the first missionaries that teach them, even if you don't know exactly what happens after you visit with them. You never know what kind of influence you'll have when you're friendly to people and genuine and just trying to share your message to help their life. So I would say number one for me definitely is working with a companion. So I did a lot of one-man show type of things. I ran. It's kind of, I had teammates and that camaraderie, but your performance basically is you. You do your race, you do your classes in school, but this experience is unique in that it's a teamwork effort. The biggest problem that missionaries probably will face, I don't know for sure, but in my case, biggest issues with inhibiting like your success in mission is not working well with your companion. I think that it's very important to be friends with your companion, to look at their needs and help them. Your mission isn't only to go teach people in the country, but you are having influence with everyone that you're interacting with. So I'd say open communication with your companion, kind of understanding the goals of each person. So having that good communication, that friendship and trust. Maybe sometimes you don't have a lot in common, but you can at least have a respect for each other and understand the priorities of one another. And you might need to kind of adjust if maybe you have a companion that wants to do something a little different, like do something a little more fun and like less traditional with like the missionary life, or maybe they want to work more than you, or you want to work more than them in like different areas of the work. I think it's good to kind of talk with each other and be flexible with kind of how you want to approach the work. I think basically missionaries are out there, and anything that you can do to bring others unto Christ, whether that's your companion, the people you're teaching, the members, any little thing that you can do, especially in unity with your companion, is going to go a long ways. And just I'd say have that priority of bringing others unto Christ, and working in unity with your companion is of utmost importance. And I think that applies later in life, working in teams, at your work, in school. You're going to have classes with projects and group work, and especially when you get married, you're going to make decisions together with your spouse. And it's a great life lesson that I believe that everyone has the opportunity to learn more about when they're serving a mission. I think in the mission you're going to have struggles. You're going to have times when you're down, and you're also going to have like wonderful spiritual highs. It can get to be quite the experience with ups and downs. I think as you kind of mature more, like hopefully you can get a good grasp on it. But I'd say even later in my mission, I had this time when like I felt like it was a pretty tough moment, getting along with the companion, and just going about the work, trying to have that genuine the Spirit with me to love people, I guess, and share the gospel. But we had this great conference where a 70 visited, and shared how we can show our love by extending invitations to receive the gospel to people. And I think I decided, like on the bus ride back to our area, I was thinking I have a little bit left in the mission, and I was tempted, I can just coast this out and just get her done. And then I thought, I'm here, and this will be a great opportunity right now, I think, to still be a missionary, give it 100% of my effort, and teach people, invite people to come into Christ. And so I when I got off the bus with my companion, we decided to try to find people to teach, visiting houses. And this lady we ran into, we talked with her, shared the message of baptism and the gospel and repentance, coming into Christ, and I invited her to be baptized. Now, she didn't she put good thought into it, but I wouldn't say anything immediate came of that experience. But I felt good inside that I had shared the gospel, invited people to come to Christ. And I think, that's a big part. There's kind of that, you'll have your inward struggles in the mission, but as you try to do what's right and focus on others, I felt like I was blessed with the Spirit because I put forth the effort and I extended invitations to people.